Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look I'm wearing today, and I'm going to be testing out the brand new Morphe and JACLYNHILL palette, which I have right here. And spoiler alert, I absolutely love it. It's fantastic, and I really hope you guys enjoy my tutorial with it. Let me know in the comments below if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for watching. So today, since I'm going to be using some darker and more shimmery shadows, I'm going to start by doing my eyes typically. I mean, it varies. Like, I sometimes starting with my base, and sometimes I like starting with my eyes. Also, pay no attention to how sunburned I am. It's actually gotten a lot better than it was to begin with. I just actually got back from the beach. But yeah, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer and just put a little bit of that on my eyelids just to prime them. And I'm going to bat that in with my Eco Tools sponge, and then just use a little bit of translucent powder to set that. It's been such a long time since I've done a tutorial, because it really has. But I'm so excited today because I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video, I'm using the new Morphe and JACLYNHILL palette, which I am absolutely obsessed with for reasons you can obviously tell. Like, come on, look at it. It's amazing. I've had such a hard time figuring out what colors I wanted to use today for this tutorial, and I think I've come down to, I think I'm gonna do like a more natural, not natural, but like a more neutral color look. I say that, but watch it come out looking like the brightest. But I know a lot of people have been doing tutorials with these blue colors, so I kind of wanted to switch it up and show you guys something different. So yeah, I'm just gonna start with, I have the sheet with the names on them. They're not on the palette, but they're on this little card that got sent with the palette. As of right now, it's currently sold out because it is limited edition, but I'm pretty sure they're restocking it soon, but they have not released a date exactly yet. But I definitely, for sure, recommend getting your hands on it because it's only $38 for 35 colors, and it's beautiful. First, I'm going to go in with this shade MFEO, which is this shade right here. A little bit darker transition shade, and I'm going to take that on just any fluffy brush and buff it into my crease to start with. And this is going to be my absolute first impressions of the palette. I have done some swatches and obviously watched some tutorials, just because there's a lot out there, but I've never actually played with these shadows on my eyes. So this is going to be kind of like my first reaction to that. I'm sure they're going to be amazing because they feel like insanely creamy and wonderful. Blended out really nicely as a really good like orangish brown transition shade. I don't know if you can really tell that much. I tried to zoom you in some, and I forgot to pause my music, I'm sorry. But yeah, it blended out really nicely, and I really like the color. It's like an orangey brown. I'm gonna go ahead and just do that on the other eye, and then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do next. Now that I have blown that out in my crease and got that color really pigmented all through the crease, first of all, that shade like blended like a dream. Totally, completely creamy, really good quality shadows so far. I'm going to go into this shade right here called Butter, not the orangey one, but more like this one. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used, just any fluffy brush will work. This is mine. And I'm just going to go over that crease a little bit lower, so I won't completely cover the lighter shade, so it has like the gradient effect of going light to dark. And put that shade on both eyes too, and I'm happy with the way it's turning out. So I'm going to take another darker step and go right here with the shade Roxanne, which is a beautiful reddish brown, and I'm just gonna Still apply that a little bit in my crease, but mainly focus it on the outer corners. And I'll just use that same brush once again and just try to be a little bit more precise with that. Back in with the shade MFEO, and I'm going to just blend out the very top of my crease just to make sure that everything is blending nicely. And to do that, I'm going to take a new brush. This is my Mikasa Beauty E320 brush. I still have my discount code for them. It's Kayla15. You actually get 25% off. They have some cool brushes and some cool makeup stuff. So check that out if you want to. I always have it linked down below in my description, but I just love their brushes and how fluffy they are. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to clean off any product that was on there and use that first shade just to blend everything out in the crease. With the shade Jax, which is right here, which is a reddish brown, just a little bit deeper than Roxanne right here. And I'm gonna, again, focus that more on the outer corners and try to avoid the crease area. So now that I've just placed that color on the outer corners, I'm gonna use the other first fluffy brush that I used to kind of buff that in and just to blend it out a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go in with my shimmery shade. I'm still hesitant about which one I want to use because there's so many pretty shimmery shades. I'm actually going to do a little bit lighter one right here, Faint. It's still pinkish, but it's going to be a little bit lighter, which is kind of what I want to go for. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with that. I'm going to use my e.l.f. glitter glue just in case there's some fallout. And I'm just going to place a little bit of it on my lid before I press that shadow on top. Not disappointed in the quality of the shimmery shadows. I love them just as much as I love the mattes. So I put that shimmery shade all over my lid. It looks less pink than I thought it would. It looks almost kind of gold. But I really like how it turned out. So I'm going to go in now, kind of just go in order again with those shades I used in my crease. I'm going to take the shade Butter again, the second shade I used, and kind of throw that back in my crease and in the outer corner, and then use the two darker colors that I used just as well on there. Okay, and now that I'm done with the eyes for now, I'm going to go in with my eyeliner, and today I'm going to be using the Starlux Pro Luxe Pen Artist Edition, which I got in an Ipsy bag, and it's super cute and it works really well for wings. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my wing first and then draw the line above my eyelashes and just connect those. It's kind of hard for me to talk and explain like while I do this because I'm not very good at wing liner, but I'm going to try to zoom you in and let you guys see it as much as I can. I am done with the eyes for now. I need to go in with a brow bone shade and then finish up my lower lash lines, but I'm going to do that after I do my base. So I'm going to start with the Maybelline Master Prime in Blur and Smooth. This is one of my all-time favorites, and I haven't repurchased it in a while. I actually did recently, so I'm going to use it today. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and this has again become one of my quickly one of my favorite foundations, especially for the summer because it's super lightweight. And I'm in the shade 202 Creamy Natural, And I'm just going to use my Eco Tools beauty sponge thing to blend it out. My LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Light Ivory. Set my powder with my Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder, and I'm just going to use that to set my whole face. So as you can see, I did already apply the rest of my face. I'll just to save some time, I did that because I really wanted to focus this tutorial mainly on the eyes in this new palette. But for bronzer, I did this, which is one of my holy grails, as I mentioned before, the ColourPop and our Alexis Ren collab. This highlighter and bronzer duo. I just used the bronzer. It looks really orange on camera, but it's really not. It's actually really nice. And for blush, I use the Essence Satin Touch blush in the shade Satin Love. This is what it looks like. It's a perfect mauve-y, like pale tone, which I like. And then for highlight, I use the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls, and I love it as well. Super affordable and super blinding. I kind of calmed it down today, but it's still like pretty in your face. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. And I'm basically just taking all of the colors that I did in my crease and just repeating that step. I'm going to show you that and zoom in a little bit. So I'm taking the shade MFEO and just running that underneath my lash line. Going with that shade Butter, which is a little bit darker, and I'm just going to run that again underneath my lash line. Taking the shade Jax and just applying that in the far outer corner, since it's the darkest shade that I used on my outer corner here. I'm going to put it on the outer corner of my lower lash line. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. Actually, no, I'm going to apply brow bone and inner corner highlight. And I'm going to use this shade Beam right here, the second shade. So I went ahead and also applied my lipstick, which is the Mellow Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Nude. So I'm really happy with the way this look turned out. I know it's kind of dark now because it's taken me a long time to do this makeup. But going off first impressions and my first look I've done with this, which by the way I plan on doing a lot more, I absolutely am in love with the shadows and the quality of the shadows. I've always loved Morphe as a brand. I love all their other eyeshadow palettes, but this formula is even better. Like the shimmers and the mattes. The mattes are both wonderful. So I highly recommend getting it when it comes back in stock. And if you have it already, let me know what you guys love about it, and what you think about it and the looks you've created. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. There's more to come as far as with this palette and just videos in general. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to see specifically, and thank you so much for watching.